Alright, so here we go with another update, and uh, I made quite a few changes, and I'll go ahead and start with the most obvious first. As you can see, I added a couple more enemies, and I'll go ahead and play this so you can see them in action. So, first I'll show you this little goblin guy. This guy's from Pixen, I think. He just got shot. He chases you around like this, and when he gets close to you, he swings his hammer. He doesn't actually hurt you yet, though, so right now he just flails around like that. And then I can just take him out. Wow, that animation's really slow. Okay, but I did find a fix for that. I'll show you what it is. Here's the worm. This guy's from I don't know what game, but he bounces for some reason. Oops. I can take him out. And then here I have the Cacodemon. Still the same Cacodemon. I'll show that later. Okay. So for those guys, they're basically done the same way as I did the soldier. This worm guy is actually the exact same as the soldier, except a different speed, I think. And he doesn't shoot. He doesn't do anything right now. This guy, the same way as the soldier, but he has a faster speed, and I actually did do some changes to him, which I will show right here. Let's see, where's the new ones? Oh, I need to delete this actually. It's not supposed to be here. Okay. That was old code. I added this line here to say his target should be the same Y position as himself. What this does is, before what was happening was, if I was like above the monster or something, he would try to move upwards, and it would cause him to kind of like levitate off the ground. I'll show you what I mean if I comment this out and run. Oh man, why is it always so slow to run? Okay, there, see how he's like bouncing off the ground like that? What's happening is he's trying to get to the camera, and the camera's a little bit above his real position. Especially if I go up here, he'll like kind of like float around. See? That's why I had to add that line of code in there. So I'll just go ahead and add it back. And as for his attacking, well, all I did was I just took the distance. I said if he's a certain distance away from the player, I just use vector3.distance to make it simple. And 2 is just an arbitrary number. So if he's this close to the player, then just go to state 4, which is attack. And right now it just plays the animation, which is shoot forward. I actually do have his swinging animation from different angles. I'll add them later though. So right now it's just, you know, attacking forward all the time. But another thing I added here, which is something I said I was going to add last time. Oh man, come on, so slow. If I shoot the rocket, it actually faces forward, no matter which direction I face. Remember before it was just aiming other places. And I can actually attack people with the rocket launcher now. So if I, come on. Take him out. And then I also have some splash damage. Just spawn a bunch of guys. Notice it'll take out all the enemies in a range. Even just shoot the ground and take them out. Okay, so I'll go over what happened here. Let's see, in the weapons, I don't think I added anything new here. No. The only thing I changed was the sound effects, I think. And oh yeah. Oh no. And the projectiles. So if we go to projectiles, I changed the way I was doing the getting the direction. As you can see here, I have vector 3 target, which is the position and rotation. And then we have, I get direction from target minus that position. And then right, okay. So basically, once you get through all this math jargon here, all I just changed the way I'm getting the direction and getting the angle, and then plugging it in. That's it. Now as for the code for where he gets when the rocket damages in like a splash radius, that is actually where the hell is that? I think it's in explosions, right? Oh yes, here it is. I did this a couple days ago, so I'm kind of hazy. So what I do is in here, I have a boolean called blown. This is how I determine whether it's actually done its damage or not. Because I don't want it to do damage like every frame. I just want it to do damage once when it blows up. So I say down here, if it hasn't blown yet, after it hits, this is where it does the explosion, or like when it first spawns. Play the explosion sound effect, and then find all enemies. If you notice, I have game objects with tag. I tagged all the monsters with the tag enemy. So it gets every enemy in the map. And I do a for loop, and then I determine if the monster is within this range. So I say if the monster is or less than 4 units of measurement. So if I say if the distance between the explosion and the monster is within a certain range, then and if he's still alive, of course, then do this damage. And I added this add force, but it doesn't seem to do anything. And then I just set blown to true, so I only do damage once. Once this fires, it doesn't fire again. And that's about it for that. That's how I do that. What I need to do in the future is have it so that the further you are away from it, the less damage it does. Likewise, the closer you are to the center of the explosion, the more damage it does. And what else did I add? I added some slopes just to test different slopes and stairs back here. Stairs work fine, I guess. And another thing that I changed in the sprite animator. Okay, when I actually did a compile and ran the game, all the animations ran really fast. And that's because I wasn't tying them to the frame rate. I was just letting them run freely. Just freely without a leash. So let's open up the sprite animator. Stop telling me that. Zoom in a little bit here. So under the frames, or under the animations, under the animation counts, I actually added some code that says I implemented the delta time here, which is how you tie things to the frame rate. So now, no matter what the frame rate is in the game, it'll always run at the same speed. And I just did the times 50 here just to keep it more consistent because the delta time, if I just did delta time times current speed, it would come up with a really low number and the animations would go really, really slow. So I did times 50 just to boost it a bit. I might In fact, I might have to change that because I don't even know if that'll work. I'll just test that some more. It's no problem. So, what else did I do? I did change some of the sounds, maybe. Oh, well, I can just show you some of the cool things I can do now that I added those. I have buttons to add all 3 types of enemy. So I can have them all fight each other here. Actually, they don't actually really fight each other. That's another thing I need to add later, is infighting. Another thing I need to fix is if you notice the frames, whenever they play a new animation, it'll freeze on the first frame for a little bit. All the time it didn't do it. I don't have the weapon animation tied to the frame rate yet either. So that's why the weapon animation is slow right now. Like there, you saw that? You saw how it like kind of hung up on the first frame for a little bit? Oh yeah, I can go up the slope and they'll come up here and follow me. And then bounce off each other. I can go up these stairs. Wow, that guy's flying. I can go over there. That's another thing I need to fix too. Is these guys are not supposed to be able to like bounce up and down like that. And also I can push these guys around, which I shouldn't be able to do, obviously. There's still this one guy out here. 2 guys. Alright. I can shoot my rocket launcher and take all these guys out. Oh yeah. I don't think did I show this guy shooting? I think I did last time. Oh yeah, I did. Never mind. Where'd the bike go? Did it already fall off? Oh yeah, another thing. I fixed what happened. If you remember, these guys were sliding. These guys were sliding all over the place. But now they don't slide anymore, and I found out why that is. I found out why they were sliding, and was able to fix it. And it was a really easy fix. What was happening was, because they were always looking at me, like their angle was always being set to point toward me, whenever I was above them or I looked down or up or something like that, and they would turn with me, their box would turn also, like their box collider would also turn, and it was causing it to like slide around like that. The way I fixed that was under the rigid body here. I just froze the rotation. I completely froze the rotation. So now XYZ, I just checked to freeze rotation on all of those, and that fixed the problem. I don't think there's anything else right now. Okay, so this, I guess it wasn't as much as I thought. But anyway, I think next time I'm going to start looking at, let's see, infighting, more weapons, particularly the plasma gun. That's one thing I have on my mind. Having actual damage, like this guy doesn't damage you, and this guy doesn't even attack at all. But that's my game plan for the next time. So goodbye for now.